Well, good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us for Leadership Live. I looked at the data earlier this week, and it looks like this is our sixth episode together. So I hope it's been helpful to you, and we've gotten some good feedback as well. And as I looked at the data earlier this week, we're averaging around 437 views. So no pressure to this wonderful panel who is joining us this evening. Alex, would you mind telling us who these lovely people are?
Sure. Welcome, everybody. We have Jackie Salemi, Superintendent of Recreation, Marcy Lucas, our Development Coordinator, who have both been on before, and we have one of our newest Foundation Board members, Amanda Rooney. So everyone here will get to share what's going on in their respective areas.
Awesome. Jackie, as our Superintendent of Recreation, would you give us an update as to what's been happening in recreation lately and what we're looking forward to, especially next week?
Yeah, so our team members have been super busy. Our registration launched for our second session of virtual programs. We have an incredibly fun lineup coming to you. Some special events to highlight is a murder mystery. We have our concert series where we sit down and get to watch highlights from country programs. We have a 90s night coming towards you. Our Field Trip Fridays, really excited about our Chicago sports tour. We have a lot of diehard sports fans in Chicago, and that's going to be a fun one. Something Marcy and I were chatting about before we went live was our Money Matters financial literacy. So really getting creative, and not just recreation, but that educational component of how our participants can save money and what that can look like in being responsible and having a bank account. And it's hosted by our very own Kevin Dixon, business manager. So we're excited to have him in that capacity. And then our Learn to Speak Spanish program was a huge hit, session one. We're continuing that and offering that same curriculum for anyone that's really interested in learning the basics of Spanish. And for those who have a little bit of background knowledge or attended our first session, we have a Spanish 102 to continue to develop some of those language skills. So lots of fun stuff happening with virtual recreation. What's even more exciting, and what we'll talk in a lot more detail tonight, is we are ready to return to in-person programming. And I know for some people, they were ready a month ago, and for others, they're a little scared and not sure what that's going to look like. So we want to navigate that with everyone. We want to assure them that we have safety in the forefront of our mind, and our team has been working really, really hard in developing a plan in how to do that safely. So that will be kind of what we'll be talking about in the first part of today, and I'm really excited to go into that.
Wow, thanks, Jackie. That sounds like amazing programming. I believe that's 50 programs per week, which is
Yep.
quite just amazing and outstanding of the team. And I also don't want to just gloss over the fact that these are all free programs, free to our constituency. That is wonderful. We're excited to be welcoming new faces as well who have never been to any of our programs in the past, but maybe this virtual opportunity is making it easier for them to participate. So we're really excited about that. Alex, would you talk to us a little bit more and kick us into the in-person programming discussion and what that's going to look like for our agency and our staff and everyone involved?
All right. So we are very excited to start the face-to-face programs again. It's going to look a little bit different than what our traditional programs have been. We've got lots of safety measures that we put in place. We put out a video today that showed a little bit of what that might look like, of the precautions that are needed, the new participant requirements for the programs, and really it's to ensure the safety of all. We realize that not everyone will likely be able to come back right away, and many may not even be ready to on their own. So our staff are making sure that everything is safe, and excited to get participants back being active, connected, and staying safe. Our programs right now, and I'll kick it over to Jackie in a little bit, our programs right now are some outdoor fitness programs and some outdoor social activities so that we can slowly work our way in. We'll continue to evaluate the guidelines by state and local officials and determine how we can continue to expand those programs. So I ask that you're flexible with us as we navigate these next few months and try to expand the programs. But Jackie, if you could let everyone know what programs we're doing and maybe a few different things that we're going to do to ensure participants can meet those guidelines.
Sure. So one of the big things we looked about at Safely Returning is what space can we host these programs in? And right now it's summertime, we want to be outside. That can guarantee that social distancing that's so important. So all of our programs in our return lineup are going to be outside. So a lot of yoga in the park, fitness in the park. We're utilizing our parking lot. So we're going to do a parking lot bingo and a parking lot party to be able to get there and socialize, but from a distance. We also have our walking club and our nature walkers. So really getting that fitness routine back in person. We know how important that is for our participants and families. And then we also have an art in the park program where participants can be taken through instruction on how to paint a canvas and a couple different choices of what they can paint on that. So really looking at being outside this first round as we ease back into it for that space. But that full lineup of physical, social, cultural types of programs are still in the mix. As Alex mentioned, it's going to look different. It's going to feel different. There's going to be some tighter requirements. And so just to give you an idea of some of the things that our staff are going to be bringing to the program, it's going to be an educational component. Our staff are going to make sure to review and provide safe hand washing or hand sanitizing procedures at the start and end of program, as well as if there's ever any shared equipment going through hand sanitizing before and after that. We're going to look at utilizing all the visual cues we can to help really provide what does that 6 feet of social distance look like? Is it a jump rope's length, and we might have those laid out in the program, or is it everyone's within a hula hoop? So really trying to, as best as we can, visually represent what these new requirements need. All of our staff have gone through extensive training on personal protective equipment, how to effectively wear that, as well as all the signs and symptoms of COVID, and help to mediate any of the communicable disease components of that. So huge education component that's going to be brought to our programs. On our website, we're going to have this nice big information hub. So whether that's social stories on wearing a mask or how to tell if you're sick, lots more to come through, but we really do want to focus on that education, even before they get to program, while we're in program, and continuing on as we move through and navigate this type of environment.
Well, thank you, Jen. I want to remind our viewers that Leadership Live is an interactive event. And so as you're watching this and questions begin coming to your mind, please feel free to text them to us. The phone number for that is below. It's also 251-33-FESRA. I'm getting them as we speak. And so I did want to just bring up some that already came in earlier today and throughout the week. It says that I read through the participant eligibility guidelines, and I don't think my child can meet these. What should I do?
Yeah, so we definitely recognize that when we first return, not everyone will be able to do that. So one of the things I'm encouraging all families to do is to reach out to us to see what types of accommodations we can provide, to see if that's within the scope to be able to accommodate to then meet those guidelines. So if you're questioning whether or not your child or adult family member can meet those requirements, email me. Let's have an interactive process and see what we can do to help provide an accommodation. Safety is our number one goal. And so that is always going to be within the scope of, is this safe to participate, or do we need to wait until guidelines change, phases change, and now we can re-enter programs. Highlighting the services we do have, the virtual recreation, our activities packaged up in a box, and our on-demand videos. So we're really looking at all ways that we can widen our scope to continue to serve as many people as possible within this pandemic environment.
Great. And another question I want to make sure we hit, it says, I heard Special Olympics is talking about starting again. Is flag football going to be starting soon?
So right now, all the programs that we have published on our website are the ones that we're currently looking at to return to. So all the ones outside. Our staff are continually evaluating different types of programs like Special Olympics, but as of now, there are no updates. So we're still looking to fall, but no new information there.
All right, well, we expect some more information most likely coming out from our agency. Where are people going to be able to find this information, Alex?
All of our information is on our website, fesra.org, and we have a new button that makes it really easy to learn about in-person programs, virtual programs, and then, as Jackie mentioned, we'll have a lot of resources as well on social stories on how to wear a mask. So somebody who may not be able to do that on their own can go and practice. Somebody who is maybe unsure of what that social distancing looks like or that physical distancing, we'll have some guidelines and some resources there as well.
Oh, great. Thanks, Alex. And I know we sent out a long email today, and that was very helpful, I've already heard. So if you haven't gotten that email, check your inbox, make sure it's there. If not, and you want to subscribe to our email newsletters, just email me or one of the panelists here. We'd love to get you on board to our newsletter distribution list, and also keep an update on our website and social media. There's a lot going on. We've been moving very quick, so please be involved with that. Another way you can be involved with us is through the efforts of our Fox Valley Special Recreation Foundation. So even though there's a pandemic going on, funds are still in need of to help operate these free programs for our constituency. So we have Marcy and Amanda who are with us tonight, and they've been brainstorming a really cool new project, and we're calling these Friendraisers. But Marcy kind of test drove one of these about 11 months ago, and so I wanted her to give us the background of what a Friendraiser is and perhaps how someone like me can get involved.
Well, last summer, I was helping out with donations for the Northern Nights Trees and Lights. And I thought, well, one way to get donations might be just to host a fundraiser. So I invited friends to come over to my backyard. I served them food and lemonade. It was very simple. I think I probably invested $400 in the food and drinks. And I asked friends, hey, if you have gift cards that you've never used, that you've been carrying around in your wallet for a year, bring them. I'll take them. If you have wine or other booze that you've never opened and you don't think you'll drink it, bring it. I'll take it. And people were very generous. With my $400 investment, we probably got in about $4,000 in gift cards and things that we could use in our raffle baskets for Northern Nights. It was super fun. It was very easy. And I think about 100 people showed up. Now, not only did we get a lot of merchandise that we could use in raffle baskets, but one of the biggest benefits of that fundraiser was almost all of the people that came didn't have a family member or relative involved in Fox Valley. So they had a chance to talk to staff that were on site, and they learned about the programs, they learned about our participants, they learned about our outreach. And I heard so many people say, wait, I have a neighbor who could use your programs, or I have a friend, or I have a nephew. And it was just one more opportunity for us to reach out and expand our reach and include more people in the great things that are going on at Fox Valley. So that was kind of a test ride. And it was very successful. So we thought we would expand that idea. As you know, the barbecue was canceled, and we're not looking probably at doing Northern Nights Trees and Lights in November. It doesn't look like it. So we've had to be creative with other ways to raise money. And so we put together 3 different options for fundraisers. We're trying to make it super easy, where we will give you all the materials that you need. All you need to do is invite your friends and open up your backyard. All of them are good for social distancing. We have one where we're doing one package of bags and boxes, where we will bring 3 sets of bags and boxes to your house. We'll bring scoring equipment. We have invitations already printed, flyers already printed. So all you need to do is send them out to your friends and then serve them food if you would like to, or just have snacks out. So that's the bags and boxes tournament idea, fundraiser.
And we also have more boxes, or is it more like cornhole?
Cornhole, same thing.
Gotcha. Awesome.
And we have them professionally made, so they have the FVSRA logo on them. They look really beautiful. They're really in the nice, blue and yellow colors of the association. They're beautiful. The other fundraiser idea we have is movie night. Again, we will bring all the equipment that you need. We'll bring the movie projector, the screen, the speakers, the popcorn. We'll bring it all. All you have to do is invite your friends, set up lawn chairs at a socially appropriate space, and turn on the movie. Again, another good way to raise money for Fox Valley and also raise awareness. If you host a fundraiser, we guarantee we'll send somebody from the organization to your fundraiser to talk to people about what we're doing and just to kind of form partnerships between community and families and Fox Valley Special Rec. So we have movie night, we have bags and boxes. We also have, if you've got maybe some lady friends that you've been missing, host a left, right, and center party. It's a fun dice game. You can learn it in 2 minutes. Again, we'll bring the dice, we'll bring the score pads, we'll bring prizes for the winning person. And all you have to do is maybe open a couple bottles of wine, and I think it's a party. I've already recruited Amanda Rooney to host a Bags and Boxes Friendraiser in her backyard. So Amanda, I'm going to pass it to you. I want to talk a little bit about the preparations you've made.
Yeah, like Marcy said, it's super simple. They'll be bringing everything to us to set up. All we had to do was invite the people and provide some food. So we really ran with this idea once we started planning. So we have 21 teams right now, still room for 3 more. We'll be having a really nice variety of people coming. Some people who do utilize the programs, some that want to learn more about the programs. And we have the mayor of Geneva coming, some members of the Geneva Community Chest coming. So it's really turned into a really nice community event.
Now, Amanda is an overachiever. That is why I like her so much. If I partner with her on anything, I end up looking good. I am also, Amanda, when is your Bags and Boxes tournament?
Oh, it's August 8th, Saturday, August 8th.
And I'm having one a week later in my backyard. But I'm just grilling hot dogs and potato chips. It's not as elaborate, and it doesn't need to be. And again, I'm inviting family and friends, and this will be a good chance for them to learn what's going on at Fox Valley. And I've already started inviting people, and I feel very blessed at the responses I've been getting. Everybody says, oh, I think so highly of Fox Valley Special Recreation. I'd like to learn more, or I'd like to get more involved. It makes me feel proud that our organization has such a good reputation in the community. And I have not gotten one single negative response. People seem thrilled to be able to come and participate and help us out. We have hostess suggestions. You don't need to follow these, but if you decide to have one of these fundraisers, we give you a hostess suggestion sheet, like maybe charge $50 per team for the Bags and Boxes tournament. We have a website that you can go to so that you can set up your brackets. It's all pretty easy. But let's put it this way: if I can do it, you can do it.
Well, Marcy, I wanted to add that it sounds really easy. And what I love about this model is that there's a Friendraiser going on in Amanda's backyard in Geneva, maybe another one in another backyard on the other side of Geneva. You're in Batavia, up in South Elgin, Oswego. We're really able to hit a network of friends and families that maybe have never heard of FESRA and the amazing things that we're up to, and we've been talking to you throughout Leadership Live. So I'm really excited about this opportunity. And as we talk about the barbecue and perhaps turning it into a drive-through, the foundation isn't seeing the funds that it used to during these big, large events. So if we can take these and make them more micro fundraisers and really compel you, our audience, and our constituency who loves our participants and our families to help network inside your circles and help raise funds. Every single dollar counts. This isn't an event that's supposed to bring in $50,000 like a Northern Nights fundraiser would in November. But what we're trying to do is really just help you help us, really. And so if you want to learn more information about this, talk to Marcy, talk to me. More information is at fesrf.org. If you go and click Get Involved, you can learn more information there. Also on the footer of the website under quick links, you can just click Host a Friendraiser. All of these Friendraiser kits will be available for you to kind of look at and see what the hostess suggestions are. So we really want to get you excited about this and perhaps help us this summer as we look to pivot during this pandemic. Amanda, I also want to talk to you about why would someone like you be excited about what the Special Recreation Association is doing. Tell me a little bit about your family life and maybe a daughter that you have.
So my husband and I have a 7.5-year-old who has Down syndrome. So we know the older she gets, the more involved she'll be able to become with the organization. So it's really exciting for me as a new foundation board member to see where she's going to be able to go, see what I can help with to make the foundation even better. Yeah, we're really excited to see what Fox Valley Special Recreation can do for our family.
That's great, Amanda. We're really excited to have you join our board. You've only been serving now formally for a month. In June, we appointed you. So thank you for using your skills and talents for us. As we wrap up tonight's Leadership Live, I did want to give the panelists any other opportunities to speak before we close out. Again, if you want more information on in-person programming, that's fesra.org. Friendraising, how to host one, what is it? fesrf.org. Jackie, would you tell me a little bit about what our association is going to be doing this Saturday up in South Elgin?
Yeah, so we're going to be part of hosting an Unplug Illinois special event. And that's intended to let's turn off the electronics, let's get outside, let's enjoy just being unplugged. And it's actually a statewide initiative. So we'll have a booth out there and we're going to help the South Elgin Parks and Recreation Department run some of their stations. If you're interested in attending as a family, you can go to South Elgin's website and pre-registration is required just so we can make sure that we have safe numbers out there. But our staff will be working, it's the water squirt gun station, the shootout station. So that will be super fun. And we'll have some information out there for family and community members on all the good things that have been happening at FVSRA. So that event is up at Seba Park in South Elgin, and the event is from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m.
Great, thanks, Jackie. And while you were talking, I did have a text come in. They love the video. And so this video that they're talking about is actually on the in-person programming Return to FVSRA page at fvsra.org, so go check that out. But they also have another question. What is the parking lot party going to look like? What is happening? What are they missing out on?
Yeah, so we're really excited for that. Everyone's going to get a designated parking spot, and that's going to be their little area. We're going to have music. We're going to have some fun games that can be socially distanced and appropriate. So maybe that's bags. We probably will steal some of the ideas from South Elgin this weekend on some of their fun games. So participants can just expect to be there, to have fun, to have music, and to play some fun interactive games as well with staff and other participants.
Wow, sounds like fun. Alex, would you mind closing our Leadership Live tonight?
We would just like to thank you so much for navigating these last few months with us as we're in the virtual world, and definitely excited to see all your faces out in our in-person programs. Check out our website for more information and have a wonderful evening.
Bye, guys. Thanks for joining us.